What's up, guys? Ray here with another episode of What's New Japan for what is the last week of the fall season in Japan and the spring season in Australia. So this is the last week I'll be telling you about what anime came out during fall, and next week we'll be looking at what's going to be coming out over the summer months. Not looking forward to recording in that weather. Anyway, first thing on the list for this week, I'm not even bothering with the introductions, is an anime called Gin Get Sune. It's a very light-hearted anime. It's about a fox spirit named Gintaro, who has been protecting the small Inari temple since the Edo area. And the family of the protagonist, I'll say, Seiki Makoto, well, her entire family possesses the power to see Gintaro. But the ability is limited to only one living family member at a time. And after Makoto's mother passes away, she inherits the ability, which, with the help of the spirit's power and her newfound ability, Makoto and Gintaro help out the people of their community with small random acts of kindness and all that. Like I said, it is a very light-hearted and emotional anime, I guess, kind of. The director, Shin Masawa, the only other really big thing that he's directed that I can tell is Fire Emblem. So it's a rather big leap away from what he's done before. But definitely give this one a check out. It looks really interesting. Next up on my list is an anime called Yowamushi Pedal, and that centers around the main character Sakamichi Onuda, a high school otaku who loves figures from anime and games so much that he would ride his commuter's bike, and I've been led to believe that it's like a really bulky bike that's only meant to be used for short trips, but he rides that to and from Tokyo's Akihabara shopping district in a 90-kilometer round trip over very steep slopes. Onuda ends up joining the competitive sport of bicycle racing, and well, that's pretty much all you need to know about the story, and that's pretty much all I can say without giving it away. It's another sport-themed anime, surprise, surprise, and I guess you can pretty much figure out where the story's going to be going, what with, competitive bicycle racing and all that stuff. This anime is actually brought to you by the same guy who who directed anime such as D Grey Man, Zetman, which I've talked about in a previous What's New Japan episode, and my personal favorite from his repertoire, Hamtaro, which was a hilarious. I guess it was a slice of life anime sort of thing about hamsters that talked and got up to crazy stuff while their owners were off doing human things. Definitely check that one out, absolutely. But also, while you're at it, make sure to give Yowamushi Pedal a look, because it actually seems really interesting. Finally for this week, and what is probably my favourite anime on the list for this week, is BlazBlue Ultra Memory. It's set in the year of 2199, specifically in the month of December, and happens several years after an event known as the Second War of Magic. What happens is that a branch of the Novus Orbis Librarium was utterly destroyed by an SS-class rebel named Ragnar the Blood Edge, in an attempt to destroy the organization known as the Librarium, or the NOL, as they are colloquially known as. So the NOL, hoping to stop Ragnar, immediately announced the largest bounty ever available to anyone who could capture him. Now, I've done some research into the anime and pretty much everything short of, actually watching the anime. And it seems that it is set about the same period as the actual BlazBlue games, being Calamity Trigger and Continuum Shift. Both great games, highly recommended. But the fact that the title of the anime is known as Ultra Memory, I'm going to make an assumption that they have changed certain events that happen so that the entire anime doesn't just run out as an animated version of the actual game, like Persona 4 was pretty much just the story events of the game packed together and made into an anime, and that was amazing. But still, hopefully BlazBlue does something completely different, especially considering how many different ways that game can actually pan out depending on the character you choose. But I'm rambling. The main fact that I'm trying to make here is that BlazBlue, amazing series, now an anime, also amazing, great voice actors, a relatively unknown director, but still great, amazing. Go see it. More recommended than the other two animes that I've recommended this week combined. Definitely do yourself a favor and watch this. So at the end of another week of What's New Japan, I've told you about an anime where a girl gains the ability to see a magical fox, and then they decide to start helping out their community. I've told you about an anime where an otaku turns into a competitive bike racer because he is an amazing bicycle rider and he likes to ride his bike, I guess. And I've told you about the new, well, not so new now, but the relatively new BlazBlue anime that I highly recommend. Hopefully one of them manages to tickle your interest. I'm Ray. This has been another episode of What's New